Recent scientific research has revealed a fascinating pattern in human aging. Rather than a gradual, continuous process, our bodies appear to undergo two distinct bursts of accelerated aging. These occur around ages 44 and 60, periods when multiple biological systems simultaneously undergo significant changes. Understanding these critical transition points can help us prepare strategically, potentially mitigating their effects and maintaining quality of life throughout our later years. This article explores the science behind these aging bursts and provides comprehensive guidance on how to prepare your body, mind, and life circumstances before they arrive. The science of aging bursts. Traditional views of aging portrayed it as a steady, linear decline in function across our lifespan. However, advanced research in proteomics, the study of proteins in our bodies, has revealed that aging operates more like a staircase than a slope. Scientists analyzing thousands of proteins in human blood samples discovered distinct proteome signatures that change dramatically during specific age ranges. The first significant burst occurs around age 44, when numerous proteins related to cardiovascular health, inflammation, and metabolism simultaneously shift their expression patterns. The second major transition arrives around age 60, when proteins involved in cognition, bone density, and immune function undergo substantial changes. These bursts represent periods when multiple body systems reach tipping points almost concurrently. What makes these findings particularly significant is their consistency across diverse populations. These aging signatures appear largely independent of ethnicity, geographical location, and even many lifestyle factors, suggesting they reflect fundamental biological programming in humans. However, the severity and specific manifestations of these aging bursts can be significantly influenced by our preparation and response. Preparing for the age 44 transition. The mid-40s transition often catches people by surprise. Many individuals still feel relatively young and vital, making the sudden appearance of age-related changes jarring. However, with proper preparation beginning in your late 30s, you can navigate this transition more smoothly. Cardiovascular resilience becomes particularly important during this period. Around age 44, many people experience subtle yet significant changes in blood vessel elasticity and heart efficiency. Establishing consistent cardio exercise routines before this transition can create a protective buffer. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity weekly, combining activities you genuinely enjoy to ensure sustainability. Consider forms of exercise that also support joint health, such as swimming or cycling, as joint changes often accompany this first aging burst. Metabolic changes represent another hallmark of the mid-40s transition. Many people notice sudden difficulty maintaining their previous weight despite unchanged eating habits. This occurs because basal metabolic rate, the calories burned at rest, typically declines about 5 to 8% during this period. Anticipating this change by gradually adjusting your nutrition in your early 40s can prevent sudden weight gain and the metabolic syndrome risks that often follow. Focus on nutrient density rather than calorie restriction, prioritizing foods rich in anti-inflammatory compounds like omega-3 fatty acids, polyphenols, and antioxidants. Hormone fluctuations significantly impact the age 44 transition for both men and women. Women may begin experiencing perimenopause symptoms, while men often see gradual testosterone decreases. Supporting your endocrine system through adequate sleep, stress management, and possibly appropriate supplementation can ease this transition. Many functional medicine practitioners recommend adaptogens like ashwagandha or rhodiola to help maintain hormonal balance during this period. Vision and hearing typically undergo noticeable changes during this first aging burst. Establishing baseline assessments in your early 40s allows you to address small changes before they impact quality of life. Consider investing in high-quality blue light protection if you work with screens. As research suggests, this may slow age-related vision changes. Similarly, protecting your hearing by using appropriate protection in loud environments becomes increasingly important. The mid-40s transition also frequently coincides with increased caregiving responsibilities, as many people find themselves simultaneously supporting growing children and aging parents. Building strong social support networks and exploring flexible work arrangements before reaching this stage can reduce the psychological and physical toll of these responsibilities. The crucial decade, from 44 to 60. The 16 years between the two major aging bursts represent a critical window for intervention. How you navigate this period largely determines how significantly the age 60 transition will impact your health and independence. During this intermediate period, maintaining muscle mass becomes increasingly important. After age 44, most people experience accelerated sarcopenia, muscle loss, unless they actively counter it. Incorporating progressive resistance training at least twice weekly can dramatically slow this process. Focus on compound movements that engage multiple muscle groups simultaneously and gradually increase resistance as your strength improves. Cognitive engagement during this period appears to build cognitive reserve, essentially a buffer against future cognitive decline. Engaging in complex mental activities, learning new skills, and maintaining social connections all contribute to this reserve. Research suggests that bilingual individuals and those who regularly engage in complex problem-solving often experience delayed cognitive aging, highlighting the importance of mental stimulation during this period. The years between 44 and 60 also represent a crucial window for financial preparation. Healthcare expenses typically increase significantly after the second aging burst, and many people find their earning capacity reduced. Maximizing retirement savings, exploring long-term care insurance options, and potentially adjusting career trajectories to accommodate longer working lives can all help prepare for these changes. Gut health maintenance becomes particularly important during this intermediate period. Research increasingly links age-related inflammation to changes in gut microbiome diversity. Maintaining a varied, fiber-rich diet that supports microbial diversity may help reduce systemic inflammation and improve resilience during the second aging burst. Preparing for the age 60 transition. The second major aging burst around age 60 often brings more visible and consequential changes than the first. However, with proper preparation, many of these changes can be significantly moderated. Bone density typically declines sharply during this second transition, particularly in women who are postmenopausal. Beginning weight-bearing exercise regimens before reaching this transition can establish crucial bone reserves. Additionally, ensuring adequate vitamin D, calcium, vitamin K2, and magnesium intake supports ongoing bone maintenance. Regular bone density screenings starting in your mid-50s can identify early changes, allowing for intervention before fracture risk becomes significant. Immune function changes during this second burst often manifest as increased susceptibility to infections and delayed recovery. Supporting immune resilience through nutrition, adequate sleep, and stress management becomes increasingly important. Some research suggests that intermittent fasting protocols may help reset aspects of immune function, potentially countering age-related decline. Cognitive changes often become more noticeable during the age 60 transition, as proteins related to neural communication and brain maintenance shift their expression patterns. Maintaining strong social connections appears particularly protective against cognitive decline during this period. Additionally, addressing vascular health through blood pressure management and regular exercise supports brain circulation, which often becomes compromised during this transition. Vision and hearing typically undergo a second round of significant changes during this period. Regular comprehensive assessments become essential, as addressing deficits promptly can prevent falls, social isolation, and cognitive decline, all of which are linked to sensory impairment in older adults. Sleep architecture changes significantly during the second aging burst, with many people experiencing reduced deep sleep and more fragmented rest patterns. Establishing consistent sleep routines, optimizing your sleep environment, and addressing conditions like sleep apnea before reaching this transition can help maintain sleep quality. Some research suggests that time-restricted eating, limiting food intake to a 10 to 12-hour window daily, may help preserve more youthful sleep patterns. Psychological preparation for aging, bursts. Perhaps equally important to physical preparation is psychological readiness for these transitions. Many people experience distress when aging changes seem to arrive suddenly, rather than gradually as expected. Understanding that these bursts represent normal biological transitions rather than personal failure can reduce this distress. Developing adaptive thinking patterns around aging helps navigate these transitions more gracefully. Rather than focusing on what is lost, identifying new opportunities and advantages that come with different life stages promotes resilience. Some research suggests that people who view aging as a process of continued growth, rather than decline, actually experience better physical outcomes during these transitions. Cultivating a sense of purpose appears particularly protective during aging bursts. Studies consistently show that older adults with clear purpose experience less functional decline, fewer chronic diseases, and often live longer than those without clear purpose. Exploring new interests, community involvement, and meaningful relationships before reaching these transitions helps establish purpose that can carry you through periods of change. Personalized approaches to aging bursts. While the timing of aging bursts appears consistent across populations, their specific manifestations vary considerably between individuals. Genetic factors, previous health history, and lifestyle all influence which systems are most affected during these transitions. Understanding your family health history provides valuable insights into your personal risk factors. If relatives experience specific age-related conditions, targeted prevention becomes especially important. For instance, someone with a strong family history of neurodegenerative disease might emphasize cognitive protection strategies, while someone with familial cardiovascular disease might prioritize heart health protocols. Modern advances in personalized medicine offer opportunities for more tailored preparation. Comprehensive blood work can identify early metabolic shifts, inflammatory markers, and hormonal changes before they cause noticeable symptoms. Some practitioners now offer advanced testing like epigenetic biological age assessment, which can help quantify how various interventions affect your aging trajectory. Integrating preparation into daily life. Successfully preparing for aging bursts requires sustainable integration into your existing lifestyle rather than temporary measures. Small, consistent habits typically yield better results than occasional, intense efforts. Creating environmental supports for healthy aging makes maintaining positive habits easier. Home modifications that accommodate potential mobility changes, building communities that support daily movement, and establishing regular social engagements all create structures that promote successful aging. Technology increasingly offers tools to support healthy aging. From wearable devices that monitor health metrics to apps that support cognitive training, technological supports can provide feedback and motivation for preparation efforts. Virtual platforms also increasingly offer opportunities for continued learning, social connection, and even remote work, all of which support successful navigation of aging transitions. Conclusion. The discovery that human aging proceeds through two major bursts, rather than gradual decline, offers both challenges and opportunities. Understanding these critical transition points allows for targeted preparation that can significantly impact quality of life in later years. By approaching these transitions with knowledge and strategic preparation, physically, psychologically, socially, and financially, we can potentially transform what might otherwise be periods of difficulty into opportunities for growth and adaptation. While we cannot stop the aging process, we now understand that we can significantly influence how these natural transitions affect our lives. With proper preparation beginning years before these aging bursts occur, we can navigate them with resilience, maintaining independence and vitality throughout our lives.